Cyber traders, welcome back. How's everybody doing this lovely, Tuesday? Once again, Groundhog's Day. How's everybody doing? Good to see you. Good morning, everybody. Andre, good to see you. Chuck, Dave, Fudge, good to see you. Dave, how's it going? Haven't seen you in a while. Still got that beautiful picture you gave me when we had that big when you came for on-site back in New York. Dave Fudge, a big, great photographer, gave me a gorgeous, gorgeous photo, panoramic view of. I did a tour, and we went up to the Freedom Tower, and it was just a great photograph. Thank you very much for that. But Ben, good to see you. Good to see you all. All right, Mark, and everybody on YouTube Live and Facebook Live, welcome back. So anyway, guys, regarding about this morning, it's fun. I was just watching Steve Cuban on Fox Business. He was talking about the stimulus package, what's going to happen with the market and stuff like that. And what was pretty cool is before, remember we were talking about LK? They brought up LK, and I was talking about this wrong stock. So it looks like NASDAQ might consider delisting it. And I'm telling you, you're going to see a lot of big changes going on regarding about the stock market on Chinese companies. First of all, it actually makes zero sense, that, if you ever try to pass your Series 7 license like I did, let me tell you, it's like the third hardest test to pass next to your accountant and your bar to be a lawyer. And, and they teach you and explain to you when you take these tests and you understand how these companies go public and stuff. And my point is that there's a different set of rules for a Chinese company to go public in the U.S. market than any other company. They don't have to report. They can't. You can't do audits. You can't go out there and look into these companies, and make sure that their books and records are being audited properly by, U.S. official. And sure enough, you know what? That's what happened to LK, and I didn't even know that LK was also trying to even copy the recipe from Starbucks too also. So it's just amazing when you hear these crazy things that are happening regarding about stuff like this. But honestly, and then you hear the president saying that anybody has pensions cannot be in any Chinese stocks going forward. So he took all the any stock that's a Chinese company, you have to pull it out. So I'm just telling you right now, I would be petrified if anybody here owns a Chinese public traded company. I mean, I know you got Baidu, you got all these companies, and I would be really cautious right now because all it takes is the SEC to come in there and says, okay, we're going to change the rule like NASDAQ in New York and says, you know what, you have to be officially have to be reporting. And I don't know what these companies going to do, or they'll just delist them and they'll probably have to trade in the Chinese market or something. So be really, really careful. Bali says, I'm glad that we got out of when we did. Let me tell you something. That definitely was the talk of the pre-market. I haven't had that much fun trading LK for that pre-market day. It was like unbelievable. Unbelievable. I was so ticked off at myself though, because I had like a huge profit. It was like $20,000 of 15. I was 15,000 on it, and I only pulled away 7 because it just went. It went up. I know a lot of you guys made money on the short, and then I waited for the bounce. So I bought it on the bounce, and it ran from 4 to 10. I think it was. It was pretty cool. And I got out right around like 7. I was like, because I was holding for a shake because it did its shakes. It went from 4 and went to 5 and went to 7 and went to 10. I thought it was going to keep going and was filling in the gap. But that was a lot of fun. But once again, like I always say, take the money and run. That's the big thing. All right. So anyway, regarding about yesterday, I know we had Clash yesterday and a couple of stocks that did really well yesterday. And just want to bring this up really quick. We've got over here, bring up a 5-minute chart so you can see what happened yesterday. Okay, so ACB was really, really a nice stock, really big runner. That was one of the stocks in the morning in the pre-market we were talking about. The only reason why I was very, very cautious about this stock, I was trying to tell you guys, it is a very volatile stock, very fast. You have to be a level 4 trader. People look at it, but it's only $12, $13. Listen. Unless you're one of our, minimum $500 a day trader, if you're averaging about, the 100,000 a year, then you can afford to trade this stock. But But if you're like a beginner trader and you just start this thing with a, you could have got really hurt. Remember, there's a lot of stocks that we trade here at CyberTrading University that are for everybody. If you're a beginner, if you're a deer in the headlights, or you think you're a professional, or you are a professional, that's why you'll notice in our trading room, we always kind of talk about, hey, this is moving, that's moving, look at this, look at that. So we try to accommodate everybody so no one feels left out. We got beginner stocks and we have advanced stocks, I'm a little bit more fan to trade more slower stocks, but I just trade bigger blocks, basically what it is. But these things, I mean, they get a little crazy here. So a couple other stocks that are moving that we did yesterday. So you had that one. Mark also did pretty well. That one had a big pop right in the middle of the day. It went from $1.40 to $1.90. That one was pretty cool. But, and then it was kind of holding there. But overall, I mean, it was like more of a nickels and dimes day. I mean, it really was a nickels and dimes. We still didn't get that, that SAVA trade. You know what I mean? That nice little big runner that we had just a couple, last week and stuff, on Monday, actually. But, on Friday. But I think there's a couple of them moving today. All right, so let's get right into what's moving to this morning. And, I was a little disappointed this morning on some moves. There really wasn't that much going on out there. And then all of a sudden, all the airlines moved. I'm like, and then sure enough, when I called it out in the trading room, and what time was that? Let me just look back on my chats. I think it was like what, around right after 8:30. I says, airlines starting to move. So those are looking pretty interesting right now. The market's really not doing that much. It's down like 39 points right now, 35 points. I'm not really seeing like, look, they're talking about Uber right now. It's only down 2 cents. I mean, it's like, that's horrible. But there are a few things we're going to look at. You could see some stocks in the are in the big percentage gainers. You got this NNDM. It's up 70%. Cheap little stock. Look at the orders out there, though. You got to trade like 10,000 shares to make the stock make any good movement at all. Because it's going to take 10,000 to take someone out. So you can see it's not really moving that much. So don't let that 70% fool you, thinking like, oh my God, this is actually a pretty good moving stock right now. So, just because you see these things are up, and I know there's people like out there talking about, oh, look at this stock, 69%. It doesn't mean that's going anywhere. You know what I mean? So just be very careful with that. DVAX. DVAX is actually moving pretty well this morning, 39%. Stock has been on a nice little move the last couple of days. We've been trading DVAX, and it's gapped up again this morning. It's up, 1.5 million shares. If you look right here, check this. This is pretty cool right here. Look on the right-hand side. There's a 64,000 share buyer at 675. I don't know. What do you think that means? Okay. How do stocks go up? Supply and demand. Oh, we see you, buddy. Don't worry about that. ABUS. Another one that's moving this morning, up 41%. You could see the stock, very inexpensive. I'm still contemplating about the spread. Okay, the spread, I'm still not completely sold on it. The tier sizes are kind of small, but when you look at the level 3, on the right-hand side, you do got some pretty substantial orders out there. You got the 15,000 shares, orders out there. I don't see any 50,000s, but you do see some nice orders out there. Some resistance levels right here around 280. Look at all those 10,000, 15,000. Probably answers why it's hitting a tough time breaking there. So that one looks pretty good. What else we got here? Xbox, XBIO. This one also up 25%, 250,000 shares. Decent movement, very inexpensive. That one looks pretty good. We'll keep an eye on that one. That was going to go on the watch list. YCBD. See, found that this one's moving in pre-market. Another little cheapie. Stock was $1. Gapped up really nice yesterday. It's gapping up again today. 1 million shares already traded. Really nice orders out there with that one right there. Some of you guys in the cyber group are trading pretty heavily. Was it the PITX XY? Yeah, that thing just came from nowhere. Great call right there. Beautiful. PIXY. Only concern is that when you look on the right-hand side, we're not seeing that many orders out there. The stock is pretty volatile. It's just backed off from $9, down 30 cents in a blink of 2 minutes. That is probably a category 4 right now. So I would be really careful on trading something like that unless you're an advanced trader. I got ACB back on my watch list. We're going to keep an eye on that. And then I want to go to the airlines. Okay, so airlines, a lot of you guys did really well so far in pre-market. So here's when we made the call out. Once again, if anyone here on the YouTube channel and the Facebook channel, if you want to get into our cyber group room, you see there's a little ticker on the bottom. Just register. I'm going to be doing an event actually today and on Thursday. We'll show you how to get involved. We'll give us a call. We'll get you in our trading room, and you'll see how, you know, what we do in pre-market. That's where we realistically make most of our money. Like right here at 8:40, you can see stock made its nice little move right here. And then sure enough, look at that. Went from 24.80 to 25.60. Do the math. Do the math. You bought 1,000 shares of that stock. 1,000 shares, okay? Stock moved literally 80 cents. That's $800. $800 is almost $250,000 job, okay? Some of you can't afford 24,000. Buy 500. You still made 100,000 if you do that every day. And what? In a matter of 10 minutes? So let me just bring that up, by the way. Where are we? I just want to bring this up so I could show everybody in the other rooms. Yeah, here we are. So just want to bring the chat. This by the way, this is only for the people that are in Facebook and YouTube Live. You can see right here, testing highs, SAV. You can see my name. These are all the traders in the room. And you can see right here, you can see right there, looks like airlines are the only thing moving. And then you can see here, UAO popped everything. That's the timestamp. Just kind of show everybody online that this is what we do all day. And we did find these stocks that did move. So you had that one that moved, SAV. There's the other one. Didn't move as nicely as, as the UAL. Delta did move. Okay. Delta had a little bit of a pop. AAL had a pop right there. And JetBlue didn't move too much. Blue, we kind of flat right here looking at it. So listen, just do yourself a favor, guys. Please try not to pick the bottoms on these airlines. I mean, I just was reading in the paper the other day. They had actually online. There was a picture of all these planes, basically in the middle of a runway in Arizona. They're not going anywhere. They actually said, I was listening on the radio. They said there was more pilots that are employed, I think, in Delta than people flying. How scary is that? I mean, that's like unheard of. So try not to worry about picking the bottom on these stocks. All right, guys. Just trade them. So anyway, I honestly, other than that, I don't really see it being a great day in this morning in pre-market. Now, don't get me wrong, because all of a sudden we had some of these things popped. We remember SAVA we did. That was a great one. It wasn't doing anything, and then all of a sudden, stock got crushed, and all of a sudden, thing took off. We did great on the bounce on this stock right here. So I mean, they're out there. Mark was another one. We did pretty well on that in one day. So I mean, they're out there, but so far I'm not too crazy. Other than if you caught some of those airlines in pre-market. Now, is there anything I'm missing I did not call out? PIXY is still running. Still got room for running. Yeah, you could see right here. It's kind of test. Look at that spread, though. Like I said, you're talking about a category 4 right there. So I'd be really careful of that stock right there. But yeah, Ben, you made 40 cents on it. Nice, good trade, and $1.30. All right. Anybody online? Anyone online on Facebook or YouTube? Any stocks you guys are watching that you guys are a little concerned about? Any thoughts? Anybody there? All right. Has somebody else telling me about what do you think of Apple? Apple. What do I think of it? I'm not spending $300 to buy a stock. That's what I could tell you. Day traders do not trade Apple. Okay, you just don't trade Apple. Why? Why would I go buy? But then someone will say, but you could trade the option. Well, that's not day trading. And listen, if you can't afford the stock, you can't afford to trade. That's the bottom line. Don't have this misconception. People tell you about these option plays. Oh, but you could do the option. Listen, who's more wealthier, the guy that owns the house or the guy that rents the house? Okay. So at the end of the day, if you can't afford it, don't trade it. When you do an option trade, it's 10 times harder to make money than day trading it. Now, I'm not neglecting options. I trade options once in a blue moon, but it's not, I don't go, that's not my first intention to go in this morning. Hey, what do the options look like on this stock right now? What's the options? So let's be very careful of that. WMT. Yeah, I mean, listen, Walmart, basically the rumor on Walmart, the story on Walmart said that they had great news on regarding their online store that they merged. So they're doing pretty well. I know Target's doing pretty well. Home Depot did get, well, not T. Was it? Was it Target? I forgot was it TG? Is it? Oh, Tanger. That's Tanger. But yeah, it looks like they all did pretty well. Home Depot didn't do well. Home Depot got basically hit. Not terribly. It's coming back a little bit, but they didn't kind of meet their earnings too well. TGT, yeah, that's it. They did pretty well too. I think they're gapped up a little bit too. So, once again, I'm not going to go out there and trade a $120 stock. A couple of people online, my target calls today look good. Should I look to sell before the ER? Regarding, and that's from Dios Security on YouTube. You know what? It's got major resistance levels right here at, if you're going to do the options play, right here at the 128, 130. If it breaks it, then you're looking pretty nice, but it's going to have a really tough time breaking it right here. Listen, the stock did amazing, went from 90 to 130. You should be happy. You should be drooling. You should be popping champagne. That's, you just witnessed and experienced a crisis that you benefited from. Doesn't make you a bad person, but that's basically what you did right there. So you did pretty well. Anything else I'm missing? There's a big resistance at 9 on PIXY. What else? The NNDM. Bringing that one. But I talked about this earlier, okay? It's got a lot of shares that trades it. You're going to have to trade a lot of shares to make money with it. It is making a little higher highs, but it's got, it's got major resistance levels right around $140. So there's really not that much room there, tube there. No problem. I'm glad. Thanks for your question, Das. I think that's your name. ACB. Let's finish up with that because I want to get ready for the open. Good call, probably topping. Yeah, I mean, ACB, listen, got major resistance levels. It's testing it back in was that January, I think, February. So, I mean, listen, you had a great run, but do yourself a favor, and you know this better than anyone, cyber traders in the cyber group room. Please don't get cocky. You know what I mean? Like, don't go back to it. You did well. They say there's a new millionaire that's born every 10 minutes, right? Our theory here in Cyber Trade University, there's a new stock, to trade every 10 minutes. So, and there's a new winner every day, a new home run. So don't worry about it. Don't go back to it because you keep saying woulda, coulda, shoulda. You know what? Look ahead. Don't work behind. Now, before we go, just a couple of just a quick announcements before we go, everybody. I just want to bring this up so everybody could see this. So anyway, if you're online and you want to come and join us, this is our schedule for today. I will be we got a big Memorial Day event that's going on. So make sure you check on our website about our Memorial Day deals. And then also today I'm going to be doing an event with Timing Research. It's a multi-speaker event. And we also, on Thursday, we have a Cyber Expo here. So like I said, if you're interested, register. I don't know how many times I can tell you this, but the cheapest and best trade that you can make right now is get yourself educated. There's no better time and no safer place to be in a cyber trading room. So make sure you come out there and join us. All right, guys. So cyber traders, once again, you see something, you say something. Yeah. So listen, I'm still looking at that stock too. The P. I'm keeping a close eye on it. Definitely breaking out right there, but it's got that resistance levels right around 10, right? I think that's where that big seller is. Hold on, there's a big iceberg water out there. Areas right there. at 990. There he is, 23,000 shares. There he is, right there. See if he gets nailed. All right, everybody. Once again, we'll see you back at. We'll be doing another broadcast at 2:30 to trade the afternoon close, and then don't forget to register for the upcoming events. So we'll see you back here every morning at 9 a.m. All right, cyber traders, be safe, and you see something, you say something, right, traders? Let's go make some money. Looks like we'll have a nice breakout in this IPX. Let's go jump in, have some fun in it. Good luck, everyone. Happy trading.